at the end of the day, you will never grow out of comfort.
That's right.
And I did not, I did not learn the things that I've learned out of comfort. It was hard. And a lot of people don't know my story. Where it really was born was I failed as a leader. And I had done well, up to, here I am. I'm this young kid. I joined the SEAL teams, smart enough, and I guess talented enough in the SEAL teams to excel and stand out a little bit where I could, and got selected for a leader. But oftentimes what happens with a lot of us who excel when we're young, especially young men, it doesn't happen as much in young women, but I see it often in young men. I started to get a little ego.
That's right.
Started to think I was the man.
The danger of success.
Yeah. And really started to think, I was better than other people, and success built on top of success can feed this. And that's what happened to me. And I came back as a young, brand new SEAL officer thinking, man, I was God's gift to leadership. And oftentimes when you achieve a level of success, then we start to sit back on our laurels like, hey man, I'm here, I've achieved it, do as I say, not as I do, because I'm already here. And I started making mistakes as a young leader. The world had changed. 9/11 had happened between the time that I got commissioned, between the time that I started school and became an officer. Our tactics changed because we had gone to war, both in Iraq and Afghanistan. So a lot of the older tactics I had learned growing up weren't the same as what our guys were running with now. And all of those things were creating issues for me as a leader. And instead of adapting and humbling myself and being like, hey man, to the young guys around me who now had more experience than me, which my ego wouldn't acknowledge that. I was like, hey man, I've been in longer than you. I'm a leader. Like, I'm not going to ask you how to do things, which is such a bullshit idea. There are people out there who believe, and I did, I guess, wrongly, that leaders have to know everything. That is unequivocally not true. Leaders aren't going to know everything. You're not going to be great at everything. That's why you surround yourself with great people. But I was insecure and was unwilling to say to these young guys, hey man, I don't know how to do that. Could you help me? So then I went down the road that so many of us go down when we're struggling and we know we're fucking up. I turned to alcohol.
Yeah.
And and I became, we would go out at night and I would, pour myself into a bottle.